So, a black Captain America, huh?
Damn right. We built this country. Bled for it. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. Not after what everybody before me went through.
What's up? What's up? What is up, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing out there? Happy Sunday. First live stream in March. This year is flying by, isn't it? My goodness gracious. Before you know it, it is going to be spring and we can get away from this horrible weather. It's cold, it's wet, it's icing, it's storming, it's tornadoing, all that good stuff. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. I really do appreciate it. Want to let you know real quick, of course, today is Sunday, but next Sunday is the Oscars, okay? So a week from today, 7 days from today is the Oscars, and I will not be hosting a show on next Sunday, because of the Oscars. My show will be that following Monday. It will be at the same time, 6 p.m. CST, okay? So just to let you know, I just realized I sent somebody some wrong information. Well, not a big deal, but anyway. So it's not going to be on Sunday the 12th. It's going to be on Monday the 13th, 6 p.m. CST. We are going to talk about the Oscars, up, down, left, right, in and out, all that good stuff, all the winners, all the losers, all the snubs, all of that good stuff. And right now, you know, I'm going to have a number of, I don't know exactly how many, but I'm going to have a few films that were nominated for the Oscars that I reviewed with some colleagues that have popped up on my channel before. Got a few of them in the tank, and going to try to knock out as many as I can before next Sunday. So again, having a show today. There will be no show next Sunday because of the Oscars. The show will take place on, like I did last year, because when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, I didn't have a show that day because of the Oscars. I had mine the following Monday. So same thing as last year. It's just going to be on Monday. So just FYI, thank you so much. But as you guys are coming on into the room, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a great Sunday. I hope you got all your errands ran. I hope you cleaned your house. I hope you cooked your food, washed your clothes, folded them, prepared all your food, iron your clothes for work if you still iron. I probably use an iron once, maybe twice a year. If that, hopefully you got your dog washed and you got your tires rotated and your oil changed and the gas put in your car. Everything you got to do, hopefully it's done. And you can relax and have a nice moving news roundup show with me. And then we can watch The Last of Us a little bit later on today. But as you guys are coming on into the room, how many people we got watching? We have 31 people watching this. What's up? How many people? Or how many thumbs up do we have? We have 30 people watching, 21 thumbs up. All right. Can we get 30 thumbs up? I would appreciate it. And as you guys are doing that, I will shout out you lovely people. Got God's child in the building. Hey, what's going on? You are the first. Zias, what's going on? What's up, fam? How are you doing? Soto, hey everybody, what's shaking? It's crispy bacon. What's going on, Soto? We got Jasmine W. Hey Brandon, and hey chat, what's going on? Miss Harper in the building, moderator. What's going on, ma'am? Hello. Thank you for being here. Chill Spot, aka Stores, Lucky Charm. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much, Chill Spot. I do appreciate it. And we also have Callow Zane in the building. And then we got Torian, Rain Reloaded. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? What up, Brandon in chat? How you doing, sir? Hey, man, have you seen American Maroons yet? I have seen it, and I have recorded my review. I just got to finish editing the video, but that'll be coming up on my channel this week. It'll be uploaded, I guarantee you, before next Sunday, unless my computer blows up, and hopefully that don't happen. Let's knock on some. Oh, shit. I'm up here trying to knock on wood and be extra, and I knocked down my sign. But Torian, thank you so much for being here. And we also have Andrew YB in the building. Thumbs up. You haven't seen it yet. Oh, you good, man. You good. But let me fix my ghetto production real quick. I'd appreciate y'all's patience. I can't believe I did that. All right, so I am putting the O back right there and the U. All right, I need another U. Okay. And now I just need my I. I don't know what that one is, so let me look at my little. I'm sorry, guys. The show cannot go on unless I got my sign up. It gives me power. It gives me energy. And y'all are family, so y'all don't mind. Hopefully you don't. But one second. All right. We're back in business. Haven't seen it yet. I need to. I know. No, you good, bro. You good. It's all good. Elvin Crosby, what up? Great show. Thank you. Even though stuff is falling apart. And Antoine Films. I forgot about Tariq's American Maroon. Gotta get to that. Yeah, it was long too, man. It was dang near 3 hours. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Movie News Roundup Show. Number 96. Coming to you live right now on YouTube, youtube.com/justmyopinionreviews, and also twitch.com/justmyopinionreviews. Still don't have my Facebook back. I was at least talking to them once a week, but they start responding saying, you need to wait. We have more pressing issues, but I'm not giving up. But guys, if you want to follow me on social media, you can. My handle is on the screen for Facebook and Instagram. And also, if you would like an audio-only version of the show, There's a link to that in the description box below with buzzsprout.com. I'm on all of these platforms right here. We got Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. You see the screen. And also SoundCloud, one of my favorites because it's just so easy to use. And so check that out if you want an audio only version. I do not mind shameless plugging over here. So Creed 3 is in theaters right now. So check that out. It's this opening weekend. And of course, we're going to be talking about that at the box office. Also, Cocaine Bear. Check out my review for that. It is on my channel. And also check out Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania spoilers review with myself, Eman, with Eman's movie reviews, and Elliot with movie files. We talked for a long time about this movie, constructive criticism, and all. This film is in its third week of release. So make sure you check all of that out. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no idea if anybody's going to pop in. But just in case, let me put out the call. Mr. Ron Burgundy, I need your help.
If I'm gonna do this, I'll need my news team at my side. News team, assemble! News team, assemble!
Oh, Ron, thank you so much, sir. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. Team player right there, team player. Thank you so much. And yes, also, guys, before we get started, to all my lovely, lovely moderators out there, please, please, please. Yeah. Okay, I can do better than that. Protect the chat as best as you freaking possibly can. Well, all right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the first topic of the day. And it's kind of sad. I like this guy. He's cool to me. He's funny. The few times I have seen him pop up in any type of television, in any type of movies, or any type of stand-up. What is his name? His name is Aziz Ansari. Oh, guys, and if you want to know what we're going to be talking about, it's in the description box below with the respective links for you to read at your own leisure. But we're talking about this guy right here. Hit a 1 in the chat if you know who he is. Hit a 2 in the chat if you know who he is and you're a fan of his work. You think he's funny. Let me know down in the comment section again, whether you're watching this via live or via the chat. But this brings us to the first topic of the day, coming from the playlist.com, and it says Aziz Ansari's Being Mortal scrapped and it won't be finished following Bill Murray's allegations. That sucks because a lot goes into making a film, goes into a production, and it's going to be a few hundred people, maybe sometime even a few hundred, a few 100,000, not that many, but a few thousand. And it could be one bad apple to ruin it. And it may have happened here with this gentleman, and that sucks. It really does. Now, a few of you do know who this is. Danielle, what's going on? Soto knows who he is. Andrew YB knows who he is and is a friend of the work. What's up, Courtney? How you doing? But let's go ahead and and before, just in case you don't know, let's just look at his filmography here real quick. We have the Bob's Burgers movies, Master of None, Animals. Let's see here. What else we have? Ice Age, Parks and Recreation. Let's see here. We're going to go down a little bit more. This is the end. I did see that. That was quite funny. Epic, Parks and Recreation, more Ice Age. 30 Minutes or Less. That was funny. I did like that. Get Him to the Greek was a great movie. Funny People was pretty good. Reno 911. Observe and Report. I Love You, Man. That was real funny. So this is just what the man's filmography looks like. He's in mostly comedic roles, but he was trying to step, from in front of the camera to behind the camera. And so that's what this first article is about. But it goes ahead and again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. But it's been a little under a year since it was announced that Aziz Ansari's feature directorial debut, Being Mortal, experienced a production shutdown after sexual misconduct allegations were levied against star Bill Murray. At the time, it was revealed that Searchlight Pictures, the studio behind the production, was shutting the film down, but allowing the filmmaker to find a new home for Being Mortal. Well, nearly a year later, it would appear that Being Mortal is likely dead. That sucks. According to a new report from Puck, it is revealed that after production was shut down and Searchlight departed the film, Aziz Ansari did in fact try to find a new home for his film, Being Mortal, but it was unsuccessful. This led to the cast and crew for the film moving and leaving Being Mortal with no real future. The film was set to star Bill Murray, Keke Palmer. We all know Keke. We all know her. We love her over here. Seth Rogen is cool too. Not too many details were known about the plot, though. Again, this news comes after the revelation last year that Bill Murray allegedly kissed and straddled a female member of the crew while filming Being Mortal. Why would you do that, Bill? If it's true, because it's alleged. Murray acknowledged the accusations, but said the misconduct was meant as a joke. Really, bro? After Searchlight departed the film, leaving Being Mortal in limbo, Murray settled the lawsuit out of court for a reported $100,000. That's when the film was shopped around for other studios to no avail. There is some good news in all of this. However, it appears Aziz Ansari and Searchlight Pictures are still interested in working together. The Puck report claims that Ansari is teaming up with Seth Rogen to write a script for an upcoming film, and Searchlight is in the studio, said to be involved in the production. No other details are known at this time. Also, it's worth noting that after the new script is finished and the eventual film is done, there's a chance that Ansari could revisit Being Mortal. But let's be honest, it's highly unlikely anything is going to happen at this point years later. And again, that is the end of the report. That sucks. But if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. So, of course, we have Aziz Ansari to the left. He's this guy right here with filmography with all the comedic roles. We all know who Bill Murray is. If you don't know who Bill Murray is, you can Google him. But he's been in the game for a minute, and we also know Seth Rogen. That's interesting. Now, Keke Palmer's not right here, but for some reason, the guy in the middle here, the original Ghostbuster, and I met him recently at the Ant-Man premiere. He thought it would be funny to straddle a woman and kiss her at work, of all places. I mean, man, usually women do the straddling, unless I don't know, but I really shouldn't make a joke of, well, sexual assault is not funny. Let's just make sure that's clear. And I'm not trying to sweep this under the rug, but this is serious, man. You can't keep your hands to yourself, man. Wow, Bill, like that's nuts. Why would he do that? He's saying Netflix, that's where it should go. What do you guys think of this? Andrew YB, Master of None is a good show. Parks and Recreation, I remember, is where I remember him from. Right on. Yeah, he's a funny guy. I mean, not the funniest guy, but he's cool. That's messed up. Yeah. Congrats, Keke. Yes, congratulations, Miss Keke, on the birth of our first child. Yes, thank you, sir. Damn it, Bill. Yeah, man. Damn it, Bill. What are you doing? Word on the street is that due to Bill Murray's inappropriate display on the Charlie's Angels set with Via Lucy Liu is why he was replaced with Bernie Mac. Really? Word on the street, huh? Okay, I've never heard that before, but that's interesting. Yeah, that's unfortunate if it's true, but thank you, Tony. He is too old to be playing the I didn't know. Right. Yeah, you come on, man. This is it's not okay for any age, but you should have some better judgment and wisdom floating around upstairs. What up, Big Auntie Energy Show? Hey, I'm late. It's been a while since I could catch a live. It is all good, man. I'm glad you're able to catch one. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, man. Aziz Ansari was, finna come out with his movie, his directorial debut, Being Mortal. But it was crap. It was scrap because nobody wants to be a part of this sexual misconduct of Bill Murray alleged. Well, no, he admitted it. Straddling a woman and kissing her. That's just, I don't even like to, I mean, won't get into that, but yeah, it's just, you know, you have people like that do this. And then I think of Keanu Reeves, who's a complete polar opposite. Every time you see him with a photo, he'll like, let me make myself big. He will, you know, put his arm around the person, like the woman, but he won't touch her though. It just, you know, for optics, you know. Can't believe I just said optics. But yeah, that's, you know, so it's rather be safe than sorry, but this is nuts. This is nuts. You can't do this, Bill. This is not cool, bro. And so it sucks for Keke Palmer, Seth Rogen, and Aziz Ansari, but hopefully a studio can get this made because it was probably going to be pretty good. I was going to support it at least because of Keke, but we're just going to have to see. But guys, again, if you're watching this via live or in the replay, there is a link down to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. That's unfortunate, but we can go ahead and continue to move on to topic number 2, which is better news to me. I like this. I don't know why it was taking them such a long time in the first place, but they should have done this a long time ago. And actually, let me go ahead and have some fun, you know, because we're going to talk about the box office with this film as well. But you see the banner at the bottom of the screen, and you see the background. What are we talking about? We are talking about some Sherlock Holmes. Yes. I don't know why I said it like that. It just came off my chest. But we have this article right here from movieweb.com for the second topic of the day. Sherlock Holmes 3 happening is up to Robert Downey Jr., Guy Ritchie says. Director Guy Ritchie says he's left it up to Robert Downey Jr. to decide if the third Sherlock Holmes movie is ever going to happen. And I think it should happen. You know, I enjoyed these films. I have both of them on Blu-ray. It really sucks because I think part 2, I stepped on it and the case is cracked, you know, but the movie is still good though. You know, I did enjoy that. Now, if we do look at Rotten Tomatoes, the first one got a 69%, and the audience gave it a 77%. The second one got a 59% and 77%. Is it the same on both? Man, the audience both gave it a 77. Man, and it just needed one more positive review possibly to make it fresh. I like A Game of Shadows, but apparently nobody else did, or a lot of the critics didn't. Excuse me. The first one here, 2009, it had a $90 million budget, made more than 5 times that worldwide. That's a hell of a lot to me. I mean, it warrants a sequel in my opinion. Let's look at the second one here. 543 million. Did it make less? Okay, so it made $10 million more, $20 million more. Let's see what was the budget for. So the first one was 90 million. So let's type in production budget. I spelled budget right. Okay, 125 million. So it's still profitable. It was 3 times that. You know, let's pull out the calculator. All right. I know it's easy math, but we're gonna do it anyway. 125 times 3. Oh, that's not doing nothing. Times 3. Got 375, and of course it made it made more than that, much more. So this is profitable as well. I don't know. I mean, the films they making money. So I don't know why, you know, they didn't want to, why they're taking so long to, you know, put a sequel out there. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what the article says here. The reason that the movie hasn't been given a threequel hasn't been due to a lack of trying, as Ritchie provided an update on Sherlock Holmes 3 in a new interview with Collider. Ritchie essentially says that he's done all he can at this point to make the movie happen, getting to where he moonwalked away from it knowing that it was out of his hands. The director says that it's actually up to Robert Downey to figure that out, as Ritchie doesn't want to deal with the project any longer until it gets to where he actually is needed to start working on the film. Well, that makes sense. Well, honestly, I left this up to Robert Downey Jr. So Robert wanted to be in charge of this. The ball's in his court, so he's in charge of the script. He's in charge of the whole thing. I've moonwalked out of that until there's a time for me to get involved. And there he is. Oh, my goodness gracious, y'all. Y'all couldn't even see all of that. I'm so sorry. Here's the article right here. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the screen and not the other screen. But here's the quote that I just read. Well, honestly, I left that up to Robert Downey Jr. So Robert wanted to be in charge of this. The ball is in his court. So he's in charge of the script. He's in charge of the whole thing. I've moonwalked out of this until there's a time for me to get involved. Now, this is what I was looking at. There was Jude Law. That's Robert Downey Jr., of course. Last year, Downey said he was indeed planning to further build out the Sherlock Holmes franchise. It was reported that he was producing multiple Sherlock Holmes spinoffs for HBO Max, though it wasn't clear if he's also planning to act in them potential appearances as the detective. There is another spinoff called Home, like I forgot, Gnomes or something on Netflix. I don't watch it. I think Elliot does on Movie Files. I could be wrong, but I don't watch it. But the spinoffs aren't the same as Sherlock Holmes 3. Though Dexter Fletcher, who was previously announced to him, the threequel, would later tell Collider that he believes the movie will be made at some point, despite the pandemic pausing those plans indefinitely. I do think it will get made, he said. I think it has to be made. I don't know what the timeline of that is, unfortunately, but I believe it should be. It's fantastic. I think it's about the right people being at the right place at the right time. I think that it's one of those cruel twists of fate where the pandemic hit that scattered people around the world to the wind. But I know that the appetite is huge for it. It is for me. And I'm sure there are other people acutely aware of that as well. But I believe it should be because it's brilliant. I very much hope so. And so there you go, guys. Time will tell, man. Time will tell. Do y'all want to see a Sherlock Holmes 3? I've said it 16 times. I do. I really did enjoy these films. I had a lot of fun with them. And so I'm like, hey, let's do the darn thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, what are you guys saying about this? Are you guys excited for a Sherlock Holmes 3? Let's talk about it. All right, Kenny is. Excuse me. I'm here for Sherlock Holmes 3. Right on. Yes. Derek, I hope he does it. All right. They got the bag for part 2. They did. They're fun movies, but yes, they are. They didn't market the second one as much. It seems they thought it would sell itself. Okay. Very much so. Right on. They be having their own goals sometimes, so profit may not just be the goal. That's true too. Hopefully they bring back Moriarty somehow. Wasn't he the villain? I think he was the villain, but he was good in it. Robert is done. I hope not. Let's see what that would have been lit. Yes, it would have. Derek Gaines for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. First super chat of the day, and we're gonna start this party off like this.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay.
Every time you talk about your DVDs, I just laugh. I couldn't wait for the Blu-ray to come out. I finally got a laugh. Right on. Why you laugh, Derek? But thank you so much for the super chat, man. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Why make it to where you hold all the cards, then fold, or outright throw them away? I got you. Let's see. Hang on. Let's see. I would love to see another Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. Me too. You haven't seen it? Oh no, you're missing out. They're pretty good. Check it out if you get a chance. Tropic Thunder 2. I'm just a dude playing the dude dressed like another dude. I would like to see that. That was funny. But guys, it's up to Robert Downey Jr. What are you waiting on? He's not doing Iron Man right now. So it's up to him. And again, they got received well on the first one, decent on the second one, and they both making money. So what do y'all think about this? Let me know down in the comment section below. And just like my girl, my OG moderator, Mara Shrees, how you doing, ma'am? Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much, Mara. And again, guys, if you're watching this via live or on the replay, again, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And 1 second here. Let's see here. I also want to just take out some time to mention a sponsor for the show. And I may not even have the pronunciation correct, but that's okay. It's my main girl, Mara, with her luxury nightline for women, jmarit.com, a luxury silk, sustainably sourced and responsibly made in New York City. It's fire, y'all. It's fire. Ladies, if you want to impress your significant other with some nighttime wear, you can't go wrong here. I mean, my goodness, it looks great. I'm sure it feels great. It'll get you in the mood. Look at what your OG moderator been working on. I'm gonna go ahead and put this link in the chat for you guys. Check it out. And she'll be having sales like every other day too. I'm just letting you know. So if you're trying to have some nice playtime and you want to get the mood right, you can start with this right here. This is definitely an option for you. So check it out. I mean, look at the skin glowing as well. These beautiful black women, skin glowing with honey and oil. I know they smell good. I mean, Jesus Christ, probably smell like everything good. It smells so good, I can't even think of nothing clever to say. So there you go, right there, guys. Check it out. The link is in the description. It is. And we have another super chat. Oh my goodness, is it a dub? You know what we got to do for the dub. You know what we got to do for the dub. Where is it at?
Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta.
Keep it gangsta. Sam, thank you for the $20 super chat. Enjoying the live. I sure hope they make a third. Yes, me too. The second one left off with a lot of questions. I enjoy both. Otto too, man. And Sam, if I don't know if you're a man or a woman. Sam, but thank you. Whether it doesn't matter. I just want to thank you for the comment and thank you for the super chat. And hopefully we will get another one. And so I would be disappointed if we did not. But let's move on to the third topic of the day. I'm gonna let you guys control the show for a second. And what I mean by that is, are we going to go with background number 1 for some Creed 3 box office? Or let me get the banner right. Are we going to go with background number 2? Background number 1 or background number 2? Talking Creed 3 box office. Come on. I try to get interactive with you guys. Y'all get to control the graphics. Okay? How many times you get to do that on all these other shows while y'all be cheating on me? Ain't nobody said, okay, we got number 2. Okay, I was about to say, all right, number 2. All right. So, why am I screaming? Creed 3 is, and shout out to Sharronda. Repair weight. Well, first of all, let me put myself. First of all, my Creed 3 review is up. So go check it out. It's doing pretty well. But also, y'all need to go check out your girl, Sharronda. She did a great interview. Where's up? Okay, I'm about to say, where are my people at? She did a great interview with the 2 main people of the show. And yes, this right here is killing this this review she has. This interview. 144,000 views. That's a hell of a lot. And y'all, your girl, y'all can't even see the screen. I'm tripping. Your girl went viral on Instagram or period on social media. Because word on the street is the 2 main actors was checking her out, checking out that wagon by. She was walking away. So I know when she saw that, I think I saw on Twitter, she would wake up from a nap and just had a billion messages. I was smiling ear to ear. And I first found out from Lamont because he sent a message to us in the chat like, hey, look at your girl Sharronda. We was like, oh, snap. I know my ass would have been cheesing like a mother effer. You know what I'm saying? If Coco Jones or Holly Berry or somebody fine was like, oh, look at Brandon. And so I just got to give it to her, man. This is dope. So shout out to you, Sharronda, because this is amazing. She be killing them interviews as well. And so shout out to her. Shout out to her. Congratulations, Sharronda. I know you're happy. I will be too. But we're talking Creed 3. It had its opening weekend this weekend at the box office. and it's doing pretty well. Before we talk about that, oh man, I thought I was ready. I thought I was prepared, but I'm not. Hold on. So the first Creed, how much did the first Creed make at the box office? You get the second one right here. Creed. All right. The first Creed came out in 2015. That made 173,000. 170,000. That's not right. 173 million worldwide off of a $35 million budget, and the opening was 29 million. All right. Creed 2, $214 million worldwide. So it went from 173 to 214. That's great. And it was a $50 million budget. So they went from a $30 million budget to a $50 million budget. So how did part 3 turn out? That's in theaters right now. Well, of course, we're going to talk about it. Deadline, Creed 3 has knocked out 100 million plus global opening at the box office. So that's what's up. Now, we're going to talk about what it did domestically, but refresh for the latest. So let me hit the refresh for the latest. And we got to skip the ad. We got okay. MGM's Creed 3 is enjoying a knockout opening weekend, punching up to $100 million globally. Of that, 41 million is from 75 international box office. Domestically, Michael B. Jordan directed the movie opening to a franchise record, and we have that number right here at $58 million. So again, the first one had a $30 million open. Oh, damn it. First one had a $30 million opening. Second one had a $35 million opening. And then this third one had a $58 million opening. Now, you know, the price tag for them goes up each one. This one cost $75 million to make, but this is still very good. And so, you know, we should be happy about that. You know, I don't really feel like reading all of that. But we're going to see. But yeah, it's killing it at the box office right now. I'm really, really happy for it. I'm really happy for these brothers. Hopefully they can make all the money in the world. And you know, this is Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, and so hopefully he can continue to make, you know, fire content. This dude needs to make a freaking martial arts movie.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Right on. We have a lovely guest backstage. I can't wait to bring them on. I haven't had them on the Movie News Roundup show in a minute, but I'm glad to have them back. Coming to the stage. This is the wrong intro. My goodness gracious. Where is it at? Oh, Lord. I done messed up the... No, that was the right one. I'm tripping.
Say T'Challa, we need a recast. Chat would agree, and I truly believe that. Stories untold, I pray that we get to unfold. Don't kill him, we don't need to see that. We cast T'Challa. We cast T'Challa.
Yes, Mr. Hashtag Recast T'Challa himself, Eman with Eman's Movie Reviews. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic, man. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Guys, if you don't know this legendary man right here, I'm pretty sure you do. I mean, he's a celebrity in these YouTube streets and all of this internet movie streets, on all the red carpets at the Africa Awards, meeting all these big old stars. It's Eman with Eman's Movie Reviews. Again, if you love what he has to say today on the show, thank you so much for being here. His handle is on the screen. His information is in the description box below as well. And like always, he is on my channel tab right there, front row, on the top row, on the far right. Show him love and help him get to 100,000 subscribers. But yeah, man, again, appreciate you being here, bro.
Absolutely, man.
And we are on this third topic of the day, this Creed 3 box office, and it's doing fairly well, man. You know, it had a $58 million opening, over $100 million worldwide. Is this a surprise to you, or I mean, how you feeling about that? Is it good or bad news?
No, I love what's happening because as a leader of the Kang gang, I love to see Kang variants fighting each other. You
Yes.
you got Kang, the Conqueror fighting against Dame, the other Kang variant. So I'm here for all of that. Black brothers are dominating the box office. So it's a beautiful thing to me. I love this. This is great. So I'm here for it. And I mean, look, we're in the third installment of a recognizable franchise that's piggybacking off of a more recognizable franchise. So there was no way that people were just not gonna go watch this. People wanted to see, is Rocky gonna show up? People wanted to see, like, is this gonna be a better movie than the second one? So I had no concerns about this. I'm glad that Michael B is making this his directorial debut. I mean, this is a good one to start off with. You got all the eyeballs, you got the name recognition, you got the franchise recognizability. So it was a perfect recipe. So I'm happy for him.
Yes, and just real quick before we move on, I wish I could have talked to Michael B. Jordan. I tried, but I wanted to pitch him an idea. Since this is his directorial debut, he did a great job. He was inspired by anime films, so that shows that he loves fighting. He probably into martial arts as well. He talked about Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. I think he should direct a martial arts film, and it would be nice if it was a remake to The Last Dragon. He can play Bruce Leroy, and Jonathan Majors can play Sho'nuff. $1 billion right there, baby. Boom. There you go. $1 billion domestically. It'll be the first film domestically to make $1 billion. Yes, Michael. I know. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. I know you liked it, Eman. I know you liked it.
I will say this. I would like to see Michael do a little bit more before he takes on something else iconic. Okay. So because I don't want you, listen, I don't want right now, he's still got his training wheels on as a director. There's still some things in there that he could tighten up, a little bit of the writing, a little bit of the editing, but like for a first start as a debut, this was great. You couldn't ask for a better head start with like this, because he also had the benefit of Ryan Coogler being around, the previous directors, from Stapler, I believe. So he had a lot of help that, most directors don't get right out the gate.
Right.
But I would like for him to, sharpen up his craft a little bit more, maybe with some independent films or maybe with some other things, and then come in, because the last thing I would want is to get hyped for something like a Last Dragon or anything like that, and it's still kind of like not perfected as well as it could be,
I got you.
I'm cool with that if it comes a little later.
Yeah, already.
Stapler, thank you.
It's doing great at the box office. So again, that's what's up right there. And before we move on, let me grab his super chats real quick. Kenny Pierce, thank you so much for the $9.99. Eman, I love it. And since he's here, I'm gonna play one of his favorites.
Yes!
Beautiful.
It's like his power up or whatever. So
love
thank
it.
you, Kenny Pierce. And Derek Gaines, another one. Hey, man, you still in the doghouse. That was funny, y'all. That was funny.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah, she had him with the drill.
My wife is crazy.
That was funny.
I love him. She crazy.
Yeah, I can see the fear in your eyes. And I think we got another one. Man, he can redo the raid with ooh, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. Thank you,
somebody going in the hood,
man,
trying to get up there.
Oh, I love it. Thank y'all for that. I thank y'all for that. But again, guys, if you're watching this via live or on the replay, there is a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. All right, man. Well, man, let's want to talk about some of our favorite things in these YouTube streets, and it has to do with comic book adaptations. And talking Marvel, we're gonna be talking about Marvel for a little bit, the next few topics. And you had some words about this topic right here, this review, this film, and I agree with you for the most part. And I just realized I had the wrong background up, but I didn't upload it, and now my computer's frozen. So actually, give me 2 seconds. But and these super chats are coming in. Oh man, that's one thing I gotta get this fixed. When you try to upload images while you're on the internet, you have an issue. So I'm just gonna roll with it. But this is topic number 4 right here, coming from Variety, talking about the Ant-Man writer. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania writer surprised by the terrible reviews. I was in a low spot and really sad about it. I was glad to hear that, but let's see what else he has to say real quick. The lowest, to be honest, those reviews took me by surprise. Loveless recently told the Daily Beast about the extreme critical bashing Quantumania faced. I was in a pretty low spot. Those were not good reviews. I was like, what the ... I'm really proud of what I wrote for Jonathan Majors and Michelle Pfeiffer. The scientist Janet Pym, Loveless added, I thought it was good stuff, you know, and I was just despondent and I was really sad about it. Loveless got into better spirits after he decided to attend a public screening of Quantumania after the negative reviews came out. The screenwriter listened as audience members laughed at many of the jokes he added to the script. I'm like, God damn, no, the reviews are wrong. I'm right. MODOK is great, he said of watching the film on opening weekend. I'm pretty happy with it overall, and I think I learned how to take a punch this week. And now that I learned that it's not too bad, I can just get on with making things. That just sounds horrible. Quantumania marks Loveless Marvel Cinematic Universe debut. He got a start in Hollywood as a writer on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Wait a minute. This is his first Marvel job?
I think he wrote comics too.
Okay. He did some Rick and Morty, won an Emmy for The Vet, yada, yada, yada. With Paul Rudd, we recently had the opportunity to do this throwback 90s dad protagonist, Robin Williams Hook, and that is off topic. But yeah, Loveless is sticking with Marvel and currently developing the script for Avengers Kang Dynasty. This makes me uncomfortable, Eman. This scares me. This rubs me the wrong way. Sure, you may have had a bunch of 5th graders laughing their behind off in the theater, but still, man, just to say that all the reviews are bad, to dismiss that this is the lowest or the most lowest in the MCU. I mean, it got a B- cinema score. That's the worst.
And by the way, cinema score is graded on a curve. So Venom 2 is like Morbius. Those are B- as well, you know, or in that range. So just to give people some perspective of what you mean. And
even they're generous. Okay, so it got a 47 on Rotten Tomatoes. So did I don't think it was the exact same, but Eternals was this movie, and Eternals was the lowest too. And they both scored the lowest on cinema score as well. And we're gonna be talking about this box office as well, man. I sent it out earlier. It's just not doing too well. So these comments are horrible. Eman, how you feeling about his words? I mean, his lack of care, it seems like, and all that.
One thing that, you know, I like to try and pay attention to is, like, you know, I try to read as many things that directors think, producers think, writers think, because I like to get in their head, because a lot of times these movies, that's what it is. It's communication. You're trying to tell us something. You're trying to communicate something, and we can't read their minds. So all we have are their quotes and stuff, right? And that gives us a little insight into their approach. My issue with this is your approach of trying to get feedback is only going to an audience and hearing people laugh at your jokes. That's not good enough feedback. You know, that doesn't actually mean you did a good job. People will laugh at bad stuff, even, you know, like any movie, even if the movie's like completely terrible. And I'm not saying Ant-Man 3 was completely terrible. I liked it. I just didn't care for it, right? But people can laugh at anything. It's a super low bar to just be like, well, people were entertained, so I don't know what the reviews are talking about, or I don't care, or be dismissive to them. And my issue is like, look, like, if that's all you want to do, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to get another 47 rated Rotten Tomato movie if that's your bar. If your bar is that low just to get a couple laughs from people. But as a writer, I'm also thinking to myself, like, shouldn't you be concerned about whether people understood the themes or the character development or, you know, the story? Like, that's what you're literally paid to do, not to just write a couple jokes and get people to laugh. You're there to like actually tell a story that can have its own legs, stand on its own, and complement the bigger MCU at large. So, you know, I'm a little concerned that, you know, I feel bad for him that, you know, like nobody likes to take bad criticism, but I think a lot of it has to be a matter of perspective, right? Like you have to be able to take it. And I'm not saying people should harass him. I'm not saying people should be mean about it, but like if somebody says like, hey man, this thing didn't work, you know, or like you tried to do this storyline with this character, but it wasn't communicated effectively. Like, learn from it. That's all. You know, nobody's saying that you should never work again or nothing like that, but just do better. So I don't know. His answer kind of scares me a little bit, but I'm hoping he does better.
Right. He just seems like I'm just gonna, you know, what am I trying to say? Just double down on exactly what he's doing instead of trying to improve. Like, you know, okay, I had some people that liked it, some people that didn't. You know, let me try harder next time so I can get more people to like it. And he's just like, no, MODOK is right. No, that just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
MODOK did not save this movie.
It did not.
Like it'd be different if, like, you know, everybody was like, hey, yo, MODOK was it. Like they're saying that about Kang.
Yeah.
Like vast majority are like, yo, Kang was it. But outside of that, like, bro, this is not the hill you should be dying on.
Not at all. Not at all. 60+ reviews. Thank you so much. 999. Michael B. Jordan received his Hollywood Walk of Fame star. His brother Kang was there with him. Priceless. Thank you so much. 60+ reviews. 999. Thank you. We also have another one. Oh, where did it go? I got the wrong thing pulled up. Where did that super chat go? I started them, so I should. There we go. All shucks. It's two of my faves. What a treat. Eman to be Avery. Night is complete. That is so flattering. Thank you so much, Sam, for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And Derek Gaines coming through again, $10. I thought Thor Love and Thunder was bad until I saw Ant-Man. Wow. Is this the direction of Marvel now? They have forgotten how to set up Thanos. The movie felt rushed. They better not ruin X-Men. I hope they don't. I think the Russo brothers are going to be handling the X-Men. I could be wrong, but we'll see. And again, I didn't hate Ant-Man, but it just could have been better.
Yeah.
Could have been much better. You know, it just didn't reach its full potential. Yeah. And to give the writer credit, I mean, the audience score for part 2 was 80. Audience score for part 1 was 85. And so part 3 was 83. So it'd be different if this was like 50 or something dropped in, but it's been kind of consistent. So I don't know. Maybe he's kind of considering that in his commentary as well. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm nervous that you're directing Kang Dynasty. So hopefully
he's writing. He's writing.
Writing Kang Dynasty. Writing Kang Dynasty. I'm still
and you know, look, hopefully maybe Destin Daniel comes in and it was like, no, that we don't need that. You know, maybe I don't know who the producer for Kang Dynasty is. Hopefully it's a different producer instead of Steven Broussard, but you know, like I feel like this was a combination of the writer Jeff Loveness and Peyton Reed, right? Like a lot of this stuff probably worked for them, you know, in that small little room. And I think what also what happens behind the scenes is, let's just say something makes it to film and the writer is there or the director is there to explain it. Right? They could be like, look, you see this? This is the theme of this, and this is what this means. And this is actually a reversal of this, and this. So whoever's listening to it is like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But the thing that gets missed is that what the movie said, you know, because a lot of times you can make sense of a lot of stuff of what you want and intended, but that doesn't always communicate and be affected from the actual film itself. And I think that's where the real disconnect is. They thought they were doing something funny or dope or whatever, but it didn't translate. And I don't know, somewhere somebody dropped the ball.
Hopefully they won't be dropping balls no more, man. You know, hopefully they can pick them up, make them bounce, whatever. But, you know, we're rooting for you, man. And again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Sticking on Marvel. I like this film more than Quantumania. It still didn't reach its full potential, but that's okay. That's okay. We're talking Shang-Chi. This is topic number 5 coming from ScreenRant.com. Shang-Chi star teases his MCU return sooner than you think. This is good. Simu Liu provided a big tease of Shang-Chi's MCU return as he indicates his next appearance is coming sooner than you may think, but he won't say when. I haven't even read this, so this is a surprise for me. 2-year anniversary. Do we have any quotes or anything that just what the hell? Okay, well, let's just get to reading then. But let's see here. The implication is Simu Liu's quote is that Shang-Chi's next appearance will be a bit unexpected. This could mean that he's not referring to Shang-Chi appearing in Shang-Chi 2, Avengers Kang Dynasty, or Avengers Secret Wars. All 3 upcoming MCU movies are expected to include Shang-Chi in some capacity, but they are also not happening for at least 2 more years, which is not soon. That opens the door for Shang-Chi to make a surprise appearance in an upcoming MCU project. Wonder what it could be. Phase 5 slate has some good options for Shang-Chi's appearance. Simu Liu could be a part of the cast for Captain America: New World Order, allowing Shang-Chi to be a part of the Avengers team that Sam Wilson forms. That is the most sensible MCU movie for Shang-Chi to appear in. But cameos in the Marvels or Deadpool 3 could also happen unexpectedly. I doubt it. It's also possible that Liu is teasing a Disney Plus appearance, such as Loki Season 2's multiverse story. Shang-Chi is also confirmed for What If Season 2. That's most likely. So that could be another possible answer to the actor's tease. Wherever Shang-Chi appears in the MCU has been somewhat surprising. He has not seen Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings film's post-credit scenes, yada, yada, yada. Eman, I don't know where he could pop up. He could pop up in New World Order. I think it's What If. I think it's What If. What do you think? What do you think his tease could possibly be?
I mean, if I were a betting man, I mean, yeah, What If, like everybody shows up in What If, like it's like, but does that really count?
Yeah,
in that sense, because What If is usually like people from different universes. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about the 616? Shang-Chi, or are we talking about like Shang-Chi just in general? But I could see him showing up in the Marvels, and that's only if that whole idea of Kang and the bangles and the 10 rings are all connected. If that theory is true, then I guess it could make sense. But to be honest with you, I mean, like, whenever Shang-Chi shows up, I'm fine. Like, it's fine. Like it's not a game changer if Shang-Chi shows up somewhere. Now, if you tell me, yo, Iron Man might come back from the dead and show up, okay, now we got to think about this, but I mean, okay, like, what's he gonna be doing? Being a valet somewhere? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he show up in Loki because he a valet. Like, get that quick little Marvel joke in and move on. Like, so I'm not putting too much stock into it, because a lot of times Marvel be, and I'm not saying Marvel the studio, but just when actors say these things, I don't think it means as much as we'd hope for it to. But I definitely think he's going to show up probably in a post-credit scene to set up Kang Dynasty.
They're gonna show up in Guardians. That's
what
we're gonna do in May.
Sure.
Who knows? Hopefully he's doing not karate, but kung fu or gung fu instead of valeting cars. We'll see though. 60 plus reviews. Thank you so much for the super chat. If Elliot joins, we've hit the trifecta. Yes, we have. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. We did a review that'll be released next Sunday as well for Triangle of Sadness. So if you love Elliot, make sure you come back for that as well. And we have Charlie's Ragsdale, another $1.99. Thank you. If I ran Marvel Studios, I'll be the next James Gunn. Hey man, I'm rooting for you. You can get in there, make good content, knock it out, do it big, and so we have some choices right now for Shang-Chi, Guardians. I think mostly it's either Guardians, New World. It could be Thunderbolts, could be Blade. Blade does do martial arts as well. So who knows? But regardless where he pops up, I'm pretty sure it's going to be fire. And so, guys, again, if you're watching this via live or on the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. But continuing to stay on Marvel, we have a somewhat of a Superman-like role that's coming into the MCU as well. Man, I did that way too fast, but I got it up now. CBR.com for topic number 6. Steven Yeun's MC role is reportedly Marvel's unstoppable Superman, aka Sentry. Character that I don't know much about, to be honest. But again, y'all, links down in the description. Multiple sources are reporting that The Walking Dead star Steven Yeun will portray the Sentry in the upcoming MCU film Thunderbolts. That's quite interesting right there. Not my first choice, but I'm not mad at it. Yeun's Thunderbolt casting was first reported in late February. At the time, his role remained undisclosed, with only details shared being that this character was significant to the Thunderbolts and could appear in future MCU projects. After speculating that Yeun might have been cast as Sentry, notable scooper Can We Get Some Toast has now confirmed on Twitter that is indeed who Yeun will be playing in the MCU. The rumor was also mentioned by scooper Caden Reed in the podcast The Weekly Planet, with the latter mentioning that Yeun would be the Sentry during the Hot Scoop or Shot of Poop segment. Interesting name. At this time, Marvel Studios has not announced who Yeun will be playing in the Thunderbolts. Well, we know that that's going to be announced pretty soon. They announcing Harrison Ford as the president. Who is Sentry? Basically, created by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee, the superhero first appeared in the 2000s. In Marvel, Sentry was Robert Reynolds. A young man gained the power of 1,000 exploding suns down after ingesting a experimental serum that gave him Superman-like powers. However, the serum also created the Void, an evil reflection of the Sentry that lurks inside Reynolds and manifests with Reynolds' mental illness as if it goes unchecked. Man, that sounds very interesting right there. I am not going to stunt. I don't know much about Sentry other than the image I got in the background and that he's Superman. So
that's it. It's not that. I'm just saying it's not that deep,
Okay.
And I think because of that, it's going to give Marvel a lot of wiggle room to change up his story a little bit or to do something slightly different. I mean, just like the whole experimental serum or whatever, it's probably going to be the super soldier serum. Probably went bad. The whole thing with Captain America and the super soldier serum was like, you have to be a good man, right? Or you have to be a good person, but like what it really means is like you got to be stable as well. Bucky could have been that, but he was tortured, mentally broken, and that's why Winter Soldier was never going to be a good Captain America replacement. So more than likely, Steven Yeun's character or Sentry probably could be, I wouldn't say patient zero, but because there have been a lot of other patients, but he could have been one of those experiments that just went wrong and they kept it under wraps. And he has a split personality. Like the whole thing with him as the Void, again, I don't know if they're going to adapt that in some way, but you need to have an actor that has really good range to go from a superhero to like a straight villain at the same time. Like, and you just never really know when it's going to happen. So, but yeah, I mean, he's Marvel's Superman. That's the easiest way you could think of it. It's not that deep. He came out in the 2000s, so it's not like he got 50 years of history and stories and stuff. He comes out when they need the big guns, and that's all. But he's crazy,
Okay, so
I'm sorry, mentally ill.
So he gonna go back and forth between the good and the bad side in a way, or lose control.
It just depends on how they want to write it. But if he's not on medication or if he's not stable, he can become basically just as bad.
I got you. I heard a little rumor talking about it was in the World War Hulk story. Ended up being a draw between himself and the Hulk, and I'm like, damn, that's what's up right there. If that's the case,
that's the comic book way of showing you power levels, right? Like Sentry is that guy. Like he's that guy that like you don't want to mess with because he's that ultimate final punch. And if he could go toe to toe with World Breaker Hulk, that lets you know where Hulk stands as well. So, again, it's just power leveling, things like that.
Okay, that's what's up. That's just it's he's supposed to be fighting or coming into the Thunderbolts movie, and we got the team right here. It just he should be able to wash all of them in a blink.
Yes,
and so
easily.
I'm just really curious on how this is going to play out. So
probably super soldiers chasing another super soldier.
Yeah, we're gonna
bringing
see
them in, something like that.
We're gonna see. But y'all, if you want to read more, the link is in the description box below for you to do that at your own leisure. That's what's up. We're gonna see. I'm rooting for greatness over here. But again, before we move to DC, we still stand on this Marvel right here. One character to the right in the background, we got Mr. Moon Knight, and to the left, Daredevil. We've seen them both in She-Hulk and the Moon Knight series. And yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. We may see them in Avengers Kang Dynasty for topic number 7 coming from CBR.com. Moon Knight, Daredevil may have just been confirmed for Avengers Kang Dynasty. Interesting. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania screenwriter Jeff Loveless hints that the likeness of Hawkeye and Moon Knight. Are you saying, okay, he says Hawkeye right here, but Daredevil up here. Okay, interesting. Maybe all 3 of them. We're going to see. In an interview with Polygon, Loveless suggested that the likes of Hawkeye and Moon Knight won't stand a chance when many variant versions of Kang the Conqueror or Jonathan Majors finally launched their attack. I wish Hawkeye a lot of luck against Kangs, he said. I'm sure Daredevil and Moon Knight are going to be great against those guys. Okay, I see. At the time of writing this first apparent hint that both Matt Murdock and Mark Spector were featured in the MCU movie, Marvel Studios and Disney have yet to make a formal announcement regarding the cast of Kang Dynasty. Loveless' latest podcast on Quantum Mania directly set up the next Avengers movie with a post-credit scene highlighting the Council of Kangs. He alluded to this moment in an earlier interview, noting that he was really proud of the material he wrote for Majors. I'm proud of that too, for the most part. He added that he's equally satisfied with the scenes with Michelle Pfeiffer, and to be honest, we talked about that. There's really not much to say. You're talking about haters. Well, I mean, look, we're talking about Kang the Conqueror here with a whole team of variants, and I don't think that the variants or Kang and Quantumania died. The Avengers are going to need all the help they can get. So if Daredevil is coming through, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, I'm cool with it. It does seem odd because they're so street level. Moon Knight will have the best chance, other than Hawkeye and Daredevil, man. But I mean, how you feeling about this, E-Man? And another thing is, for me, with the Avengers movies, I don't need every character in the MCU to show up in an Avengers movie.
Right.
It's for some characters, it's not for others. And so I necessarily don't want them to throw every character in there just for the hell of it. That to me, that would get kind of boring. But how do you? I mean, I don't want the Fantastic Four are now Avengers. I don't necessarily want that unless they do a great job of writing. But how are you feeling about this, man? Moon Knight, Daredevil, possibly popping up in the Kang Dynasty.
I mean, it really depends on what capacity, because honestly, especially the moment we start getting into variants, time travel, multiverse, you could do whatever you want. You could have like Daredevil and Moon Knight fighting a Kang variant in universe A123 or whatever, and in 616 Hawkeye is fighting them, and then Hawkeye dies, and who cares because there's another Hawkeye in universe 9182. It's honestly up in the air with what they do. I agree with you that it doesn't help if we go Endgame style where everybody and their mama show up. I don't think we need that. I mean, right now we need the MCU to kind of sort of focus.
Yes.
Right. Because it's all over the place. It's introducing like all these different characters, and nobody, I have no idea what direction we're supposed to even go in. I know Kang is the end game, but I'm like, I don't know if I should care. Like, I don't know which bad guys are a problem. We still got a Celestial. that's a problem.
Man,
You know what I'm
can't wait
saying?
for that,
Like
yeah.
Dr. Doom is around the corner somewhere.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I don't know. Somebody gonna do something somewhere. But I mean, I'm here for Moon Knight just showing up. I just like the character. I hope they kind of get that settled though. And hopefully we get like another season sooner than later. And maybe that will probably give us a little bit more direction as to where they going. But with Marvel saying that they want to slow down, which is a good thing, I don't know. Like I don't know. It's hard to say.
I just gotta play it.
Then rise and live again as my fist of vengeance, as my Moon Knight.
I did like that. That was dope.
It was
dope.
It was dope.
I'm mad we didn't get enough of it. Like I felt like we didn't get enough of Moon Knight in Moon Knight.
Yeah. You liked it except for the ending, right? I think I remember being very disappointed with the ending.
It was just stupid to me. Like I'm here. Listen, I'm here for all the religious type of stuff because that's core to his character. I'm definitely here for the psychological stuff because again, that's core for his character.
Yeah.
But first of all, 6 episodes, like that was not enough. And that whole reveal with the third personality, like duh. Like that was not like we had to wait for that. The payoff just didn't feel earned. Like y'all
it was
else.
That 4th or 5th episode, man. When he was talking to himself in his head, that was so fire. But
I love that.
Yeah,
that was like one of the best episodes. For sure.
Yeah, it was crazy. But the ending was rushed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, I still enjoyed it overall though.
Sure.
But yeah, man, you know, it was nice. It was bloody, you know, could have been better, but you know, that's that.
That was the other thing I didn't like. Why
that?
Are you hiding the third personality like just murking people?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What are you scared of? I know it's Disney Plus, but like, come on now. I was like, we got robbed out of all those fight scenes and stuff. He just wake up and then everybody's like dead. Like, man, we could have had something. You could have seen Moon Knight go crazy, and we have no idea. We just have to. No, they missed out on that.
Yeah, hopefully they won't miss out again.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, if you're watching this via live or the replay, there's a link to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Man, I wish I can play my little animated, you know, intros for like Marvel and DC, but they claim them now, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, DC always did it. Marvel didn't, but Marvel recently started claiming their little intro, and so I can't do the nice fancy little transition. But we're done with Marvel for today. Now we're going to be talking about a little DC, you know, with James Gunn and Safran, you know, helming all this type of stuff. Information is being announced, canceled. Old projects are coming back. This was not my favorite character growing up. I knew this much about him, but I mean, he was still cool. But I still wanted to see this. This is topic number 8 coming from ScreenRant.com. It was an animated Batman Beyond movie rumored to have been in the works at Warner Brothers. Interesting. According to a new report, an animated Batman Beyond movie was in development prior to the new DC's head, James Gunn and Peter Safran. That would have been dope because, you know, we would have got a Bruce Wayne in there too, you know. A new report claims that Warner Brothers had an animated Batman Beyond movie in development. However, its status remains unknown given the recent shakeup in the DC and the leadership at DC, presumably based on the 90s cartoon of the same name, where an elderly Bruce Wayne trains the next generation Dark Knight. A return to the world of Batman Beyond is something DC fans have long wished for. Not to be confused with the canceled live-action Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton, when he was still set to have a long-term role after The Flash. Insider Jeff Snyder recently shared on the Hot Mic podcast that with Warner Brothers had an animated Batman movie that went into development under the former DC head Walter Hamada, a response to Sony's Spider-Verse films. You can check out the comments below in the video. Let's see here. Are there any other quotes? I mean, Eman, is that something that you would be interested in seeing? I know I said I would be.
A live action or animated?
You can answer both, either or. I think why not? They got a new regime over there. At the very least, animated. But how you feeling about that?
I mean, if they did live action, I'm with the popular fan casting of having the GOAT Michael Keaton as being the old Batman, and he just brings in the young Terry McGinnis, and you put it in a more futuristic state. I'm here for that. For the animated stuff, though, I mean that show was it was fantastic. It was like I was very skeptical of the show at first because I grew up on the animated Batman series, which was probably one of the greatest series of all time for animated shows.
Yes.
But this was a very good follow-up. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest, but I would say it's a very good one. And if anybody let's just say you don't want to take the time to invest in it, I would just say this: watch the first episode, watch the movie Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, and then watch the last episode of the series.
Really?
That right there, especially given the twist at the end, blew my mind and certainly had me going like, okay, y'all got this. Y'all did it. But anyway, I mean, I'm a little sad because like I think Batman Beyond and Terry McGinnis are great. Like I think that they could be those characters could be really good. I saw them splice them into it was either Justice League or Justice League Unlimited storylines where Batman went in the past or went in the future and saw his old self, and they met the new Batman. Like all of that stuff was dope to me. So it's a missed opportunity in my opinion, because this could be its own spinoff, whether it's live action or in animated form. Like they could keep this going and just reintroduce it to a new generation. Because there's so much possibilities. Anytime you have anything futuristic, you can do a lot of stuff with that, and it doesn't even really interfere with whatever current stuff you're doing now, unless of course you're doing time travel and things like that. But I liked it.
Right on. And thank you, Derek. I did miss it. I started, but my fault. Derek, $5 super chat. Thank you. Eman B. Will Marvel introduce new characters with all the space races out there? Why just center on the ones we've seen? Bring on Galactus, or who is ROM? Who is that?
Is that Doom, maybe?
I don't know. Sorry, I missed this. The space. Well, I still think we're expanding, Derek, with the characters. Yeah. Galactus is going to come because the Fantastic Four has been announced for the beginning of Phase 6, I believe, and so he's directly tied to that. So that's, I mean, it would be crazy not to have Galactus with.
Rom the Space Knight. Okay,
I've heard of that name. I don't know who that is. Who is Rom the Space Knight?
I mean, I don't know if that's going to be in their plans, but then again, Marvel does like obscure characters, so maybe.
Okay,
but Galactus for sure, Doctor Doom for sure,
100%,
Fantastic Four for sure. We still don't have X-Men. Like I keep telling people, like Marvel is not done. They've used maybe like 20% of their arsenal. Like they could crack this open and go very, very deep.
Yeah, there you go. Guys, we still haven't got the Inhumans in the MCU. I may not be popular, but like it'll at least make money.
We got one. We had one from Doctor Strange too. Oh, you don't acknowledge that? Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
I don't want to acknowledge that. At first, I thought you was about to say the ABC show from
the
shit.
Kevin Feige don't even acknowledge that one.
Man,
he don't even talk about that one.
Put out the $20 Walmart shears and cut our girl hair off. Man, that was awful. Ghost Rider. We still haven't got Ghost Rider. It's a whole plethora of characters. But yeah, sorry about that, Derek. And I was gonna ask you one question, Eman. Batman, you said it was a good follow-up. Is it as good as the original show? The Batman? No. Okay.
No. I mean, if you go, that's so hard to compare to the original show. I mean, the only thing I compare to the Batman animated show is probably like the X-Men animated show. Like those are the only ones I'd be like, man, if you told me to watch one of them, I'm watching both at the same time, one eye going to each one because I can't decide. But no, I wouldn't say it's a better follow-up.
When is we talked about this earlier? We're going to go back to Marvel. When is the X-Men 97 coming out? I don't see it up here no more.
Are you under films or
you right?
Because I think it might be coming like sometime next year. I think.
Man, can we get that?
But I
Okay,
love the
well-
fact that they talking about it's just gonna continue, because that's got me set up to watch a whole rerun. I'm about to go back and rewatch it all.
I remember the last episode, man. They was at the summit, and Xavier was really trying to make that last effort to unite humans and mutants. Old dude, he had a good speech. Old dude attacked him out of nowhere. He was like, "This is bull crap. I am tired of fighting for these humans. Let's kill them all." And he was about to, but it was like, "Please save your power. Let's save Charles, because he's in space and he's about to go crazy." So instead of like Magneto killing all the humans, he used his power to save Charles Xavier's life, and then it ended. Because I rewatched the whole thing within the past 2 years, and so anyway, we supposed to be talking about Batman Beyond, but yeah, guys, hopefully James Gunn and Saffron will pop this off into fruition someday, because it's a great franchise, as Eman said, and it would be a waste if it wasn't taken advantage of. And again, if you're watching that via live or on the replay, there's a link down below to read the article at your own leisure. But guys, we got 2 topics left. And we staying on DC. This does get me excited. Some people are calling Gunn a liar, but we're going to find out if he is or not. It's come from ScreenRant.com. James Gunn responds to Affleck directing The Brave and the Bold. Kind of. I hope he does direct it, because that would be badass.
Yeah.
Following recent rumors of Ben Affleck directing Batman, The Brave and the Bold, DC Studios' James Gunn responds to the reports. And let me scroll down a little bit. With Gunn and Affleck looking for a project, that fits the former Dark Knight, many have wondered if The Brave and the Bold could be an option. A recent rumor surfaced online that Affleck is reportedly being eyed to helm the new Batman movie. And so this is on Twitter. Didn't Gunn say in a previous interview that Affleck's not directing Brave and the Bold? I get that Gunn is something of a professional liar, but still, James Gunn, for years, it's been my commitment to the fans that I will never lie to them, and I never have. I'd be very curious about what you think I've lied about. Neither of those were lies. Is there? Am I missing something? I'm just gonna keep going.
Well,
anyway.
it was off of that person posted something else, and they tried to post receipts on James Gunn where he was responding to someone else, and someone else was basically complimenting him, be like, "Man, you should take over Marvel or DC or blah blah blah." And at that time, James Gunn was like, "Nah, I would never want a position like Kevin Feige or Walter Hamada,
right?
But thanks for the compliment."
Yeah.
And so this Twitter person was like, "Oh, see, James is a liar, because clearly now he is running DC, over there." And that's why James is like, "Nah, that wasn't a lie. I just didn't want to run it and be the only one like Kevin Feige,
Right.
But now
But
that
since
they gave
Saffron
the
is doing
option
the
to be he was like that changed things. So people were calling him a liar, even though the situation was different. And I don't know. I think they just tried to twist the whole thing, and
as they do, man.
Stupid.
And you got it right here. Neither of those was lives. I was offered Superman, but did Squad instead. A few later, I saw how to tackle Superman and took it on. I didn't want to be the sole CEO of DC, just like you said. But when they came and offered it to me and Peter, I was like, okay, cool. I can just focus on the creative side. Makes sense. I mean, I think he's better at that anyway. Again, I never lied to fans and never will. That doesn't mean I'm never going to change my mind about anything. Yeah, man, people are crazy sometimes, and that's just ridiculous. And so I am confident that Affleck will direct this. Like, why wouldn't he? Why?
He could direct something else.
Man,
I mean, this ain't gonna be like the only Batman movie. Come on now, it's DC. Let's be honest. Superman ain't saving the day here. Okay, what's really gonna save the day is Batman and Batman movies.
Yeah,
that's always. I guarantee you, Batman movies are always gonna outdo Superman movies every single time.
I hope so, man. I want it so bad because Affleck is such a good director, and I love Batman.
And he might do an Elseworld Batman. He doesn't have to do, you know what I'm saying, this one. He can do different ones.
Well, he could. I don't know if I guess it really doesn't matter as long as the movie's good.
Yeah.
While Gunn addressed several rumors before DC Studios, Cole here rightfully called out the user, referred to him as a liar if the rumors are true, given that he previously thought Affleck would not in fact direct The Brave and the Bold. The filmmaker addressed that he's always worked hard to never. Okay, I've already read that. All right, it's already been addressed. Y'all let us know in the chat, man. What y'all think about this? Do y'all think fans be tripping, or you think that Gunn is a liar? And where do you want Affleck to direct? I think it would be a perfect marriage if he were to direct The Brave and the Bold. I think he would kill it. And I think that they shouldn't just make one movie, man. I think they should film like 3 Batman movies at one time.
Sure.
I mean, they're a proven concept. It's the most popular, if not, I guess Superman is number 1, Batman is number 2, but
and what?
And as far as popularity worldwide, superheroes of all time, you can flip them back and forth. You're gonna make money with Batman, unless you're gonna spend $400 million on the budget and then have a 7th grader write it. It's gonna make money. So go ahead and make 3 at a time. While everybody's here and happy. That's what I would like. And I mean, can you really tell a whole Bat family story in one movie? Jesus, it's like 17 characters. And so
but listen, the mere fact that Damian exists, that lets you know clearly Nightwing has already been there.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson was already there and he's gone, right? He is Nightwing at this point. Lets you know that he's probably already had Jason Todd, so Red Hood already exists.
Mhm.
It's probably very easy to believe that Barbara Gordon is already Batgirl or whatever. Tim Drake, we don't know. Maybe he was there, maybe he wasn't. But at this point, the Bat family is established. Like, they don't need set up stories or nothing like that. They just gonna show up.
True.
So I'm fine with it.
I'm on as much as I possibly can get. And there was also talking about, again, he only announced the first part of the Gods and Monsters Part 1, Chapter 1. I think
Which, by the way, was severely lacking.
Really?
Oh man, I said it to him and like straight up, and he actually liked the tweet. I was like, hey man, thank you for Waller, thank you for Jon Stewart. Okay, 2 black characters, thank you. But they're only regulated to TV. Not one of your movies has an original DC character. And that to me is problematic because DC been real white for a long time. And when you look at the overall roster of black characters in DC, they're lacking. Okay, I'm talking about in terms of star potential. Majority of them are supporting characters. Majority of them do not have fully fleshed out deep stories. Like T'Challa. T'Challa got a whole background story. He got all these side stories and stuff like that. What Cyborg got? You've seen Cyborg, but Cyborg, his only thing is, if it's not his origin story, it's really just him in the mother box situation, and that's it. Or being part of a team, and I'm like, yo, Jon Stewart still kind of sort of living in Hal Jordan's shadow. Wait.
I'm gonna push back, man. What besides a Cyborg, who else could they have announced? Because you said Jon Stewart,
Static Shock, Black Lightning, Vixen, Nubia. Icon. You got a whole division with Milestone Comics that they've acquired that literally were made of black characters that they could just use.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Look, I feel you almost in the Russia part. You got to do with the popularity first. They did the Trinity. They are giving you the Superman. Okay, and people have been crying
and
about
that's fine.
that.
That's fine
For a while, because
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay,
yeah,
the Batman, the Brave and the Bold, and we're also getting a Wonder Woman. Is it a show or a movie that's a prequel?
That's a TV show.
Oh, okay. Now Nubia, because it's talking about the Themyscira, so Nubia could come through in that. We don't know.
Okay,
that's a possibility. You mentioned Waller, which is a TV show. You have Jon Stewart, and then you also have
and he's co-starring. He's not leading.
Okay. And then you got Blue Beetle. I mean, he's brown.
Hey, that's great. He's not part of the DCU yet.
Is that confirmed?
Yes.
So
he might be, but that was already in place before Gunn. So
Okay,
everything that's coming out this year was before Gunn. They might slip into the DCU later, or they might not. Hence, Jason Momoa getting recast as Lobo.
Okay. So
but, I mean,
Cyborg,
you
Static
decided.
Shock.
Think about it like this. And again, we haven't heard everything yet.
Right,
I'm just saying, from what we've heard, we have not heard not one original black character from DC. I'm not talking about a race swap. I'm not talking about a character that used to be white. Now they got a black actor. I'm talking about an original black character does not have a lead movie in DC. You know, the last time we had an original black character in DC lead a movie, live action?
I can't even respond.
You don't want to because it's Steel with Shaq.
Oh my God.
That's how far back DC goes. And I'm not counting Halle Berry's Catwoman because she's not an original black character.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, shout out to Eartha Kitt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like Catwoman has traditionally been white or whatever. They trying to play around with it, but you know, when it comes to they real black characters, they don't do a good job with them and they don't flesh them out. And that's why I think James Gunn does need to like do something with it. I mean, do a Static Shock movie. Do an Icon movie. Do hell, if you want to do Steel again, I guess, do that. But the whole point of it is, I don't know if you've noticed, but whenever James Gunn says, hey, y'all, we gonna do, oh, by the way, what did he choose instead of black characters? Swamp Thing, Supergirl for movies? Swamp Thing and Supergirl? Okay, I guess. But the moment he announced those things, what happened? Boom, those comic books went straight up. They went right up on the star ranking sites or whatever, you know, for sales and stuff like that. What do you think that's going to mean? That means more stories are going to be written about them, probably spin-off TV shows. In other words, those characters are going to be seen more. So it is imperative for them to go ahead and give us a black character at some point, lead a movie, not be a co-star, not be a sidekick, but have their own story to generate the interest. And you know, Black Panther did it. Into the Spider-Verse did it with Miles Morales. It's in there if you care enough to do it. So yeah, they need some more pressure.
Okay. Bring back Shaq. Z is sexy, man.
Why are we trying to fail? No.
All right.
Look, if anything, we need reparations for what Shaq did.
Man.
DC owes us some reparations.
Yes.
Cinematic reparations.
That'll work. Man Thing is better than Swamp Thing. Okay. Well, we're gonna see, y'all. We're gonna see. I was gonna say I don't think the rest of chapter 1 should, or if it's chapter 2, should be announced until I wasn't say after Aquaman 2, but at least wait till after the Flash. Sure. So we can see what the research.
Fine. Listen, I will never. I'm not gonna say James Gunn is racist. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you have an opportunity here. Don't continue DC so white.
No. Okay.
Don't continue it.
No,
you
DC,
got a chance to mix it up.
Mix it up, James Gunn. Mix it up. All right, guys. And again, y'all, if you're curious about this and you know James Gunn, what he gonna do with the DCEU or DCU, and if he a liar, link is in the description. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comment section. But guys, we have one topic left for today, and this either came out earlier today or yesterday. And I was like, oh, this is nice. OneTakeBigDog, we recorded a couple of reviews earlier today. He was really excited about it. I was excited about a piece of casting. Then I thought about it, like, wait a minute, I think they got the wrong. We'll talk about it. But last topic of the day, coming from Deadline.com. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem sets voice cast featuring John Cena, Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, Seth Rogen, and others. Look at them right here, y'all. Who's playing who? Is Jackie Chan playing Leonardo? Is Ice Cube playing Splinter? Let's talk about it. And just let y'all know, the trailer for this is dropping tomorrow. I think it's 7 a.m. So if you're up that early, you know, check it out. I may do a reaction. But Paramount Pictures, Nickelodeon Movies, and Point Grey Productions have set an all-star voice cast for the upcoming CG animated theatrical feature, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And yeah, this is much better than the Michael Bay movies. I hated those. We are beyond thrilled by the world-class cast we've assembled to bring these iconic, beloved characters to life in a new chapter of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, and said NATO in a statement. This really sets a bar for the global celebrated franchise, and we can't wait to show audiences this film. And so I have all of the images ready to go. Let me make this full screen, and we're going to run through this. We have John Cena as Rocksteady. That seems kind of cute right there. What else we got? Jackie Chan is Splinter.
I like that.
Now, I did too. However, I heard a little birdie say that they may go back in the story and show Splinter as a human being. And if that's so, it should be Japanese. And Splinter is Chinese. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, can Jackie Chan be a ninja? You know?
I'll just say that the average person ain't going, sadly, is not going to be able to tell the difference. They're going to be, I mean, you know, they're going to be like, man, they just Asian. Look, the same way we all just black.
Right.
You know,
right.
people going to like, man, they all Asian.
That's true. That's true. Asian diaspora wars. You know?
There you go.
Ice Cube.
I don't get involved.
Ice Cube is Superfly. Half these, I don't even remember. Natasha Dimitrov was Wingnut. There's the logo. I mean, as I'm going through all these, like, are you excited about this at all? Or, I mean, I'm pretty sure you was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. If not, I'm kick you off the live.
I was a huge fan. Bro, stop it. Bro, when I tell you, I had the toys, like the toys where I would carry them with me to the store to buy more Ninja Turtle toys. I had the helicopter, I had the truck, the van, I had the pillowcase. You know, I drew these things all day, every day in kindergarten, the third grade. Like, I watched the show. Yes, this is my thing. I did not like the Michael Bay movies. I did like some of the other TV shows that came out not too long ago. But does this get me excited? No. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I have no idea. Like, I just don't know. Okay. And the thing that got me is the fact that your side characters, Bebop, Rocksteady, like Baxter Stockman is John Carlo, by the way. Like Jackie Chan is Splinter. Your side characters sound way more interesting than the first 4 Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, not one of the actors that are playing the Ninja Turtles. Like, shouldn't I care about the Ninja Turtles first? Yeah. You know, don't get me wrong. Like the the cast, Seth Rogen, he looked like Rocksteady, or Bebop. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's perfect. That's fine. But this probably gonna be the best supporting cast I've ever heard for voice acting. But the main Turtles, I don't know none of them, and that can't get me excited.
Yeah, I don't know who these guys are. This guy at the top right is gonna be Michelangelo, this little black boy.
What?
This he's gonna be Donatello.
That's them?
Yeah, this is the Turtles.
I'm not watching this.
They're teenagers, bro. They're teenagers.
I don't care. I'm not watching.
Hold on. They're gonna be 13, 14 years old, maybe.
Bro, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not watching this.
Wow.
No, I'm not. Now, if you had told me, because I saw somebody in the comments say like Ice Cube could play Raphael. Okay, now I can mess around with that. Right. I could mess around with something like that, because just to hear Raphael cuss out Leonardo in Ice Cube's voice, I will pay money to go see that.
Yeah.
But what is this? I don't want to see this.
Yeah, man. He's Leo.
Like, actual teenagers don't sound like teenagers. Like they.
I mean,
man, whatever. I
mean, they are voice actors. So maybe when they grow up, get 16, 17 years old, they'll recast it or something. Because it is voice. So, I mean, I don't know, man.
They're mutants. They're mutants.
Yeah.
Okay. They can sound like grown people and still be mutants because it's fiction. I don't need them to sound like little kids. I'm just saying.
I got you.
Raphael didn't sound like no little kid in the Teenage Ninja Turtles movie. My man was in a bathtub having some real life blues, some real problems.
That's true.
They sound like no little kid.
The first one still stands up, man.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. In part 2, they didn't use their weapons at all, not one time.
I know. But and it's funny because like I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I was in it for the ninja rap, ninja. But man,
you shouldn't have said it.
Boy, that lives rent free in my head. Play it if you got.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Shredder coming up. Oh, you a weak. Yes.
Hit him with the
Yeah, man. What Mara comment
Boy,
at
that
talking about
brought
the
me
lady in
all
the
the way
red?
back.
Yes. She was,
Boy, what was that? 93, boy. That brought me back to 93.
Yeah, man. That's perfect right
the-
there.
Ooh.
I'm definitely playing the clip today.
I'm watching the movie.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm watching the movie. I'm just gonna leave that in the
I need
background.
to. I need
That was
to.
my jam.
Thank you, Dan. See, the Turtles movie will get savage like Peter Pan. Damn it, I forgot to talk about that. I will next time. Because that was weird what I saw. But yeah, man, we're gonna see tomorrow morning with this trailer. Hopefully, it can get Eman excited.
We'll see.
You know, it has to be better than the Michael Bay movies. Because
that's a low bar.
Yeah, that was not the best. You know, let me go watch the yes. Please tell me you've seen it, please.
That first one is really good.
Yes,
Still holds up.
Yeah, part 3 can. Yeah, I didn't like part 3. I don't think anybody.
No, we don't
did.
talk about part 3.
Was there a part 4?
I don't know.
Okay.
If it was, I definitely don't talk about that.
Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you are curious on the casting, there's a link to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. But guys, I was a little late today, but that is going to wrap it up for the movie news roundup show. We do not have any more topics left. If you are curious on everything that we talked about, again, it is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Also, guys, you know, I'm on YouTube right now, youtube.com/justmyopinionreviews, also twitch.com. You can follow all of us on social medias. Our handles are on the screen. Also, Eman's information is on my channel tab as well. And what you got going on over there that all the good people can look forward to, sir?
And I'm about to drop my theory, long awaited. I have been just working, but I finally got it done. It's going to drop tomorrow at 7:00 a.m. I didn't want to compete with the whole Last of Us and all that tonight. So tomorrow morning, wake up early, go ahead and play it. I'm going to show you how Kang could return and why it's all Ant-Man's fault. I'm going to tell you all that. And none of them other YouTubers have talked about this. So this is definitely something interesting and exclusive.
I am happy to hear it, man. I am. Before we head out of here, we got another super chat. So thank you.
What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. Okay, I'll tell you.
A Tony Movie Chappie D9 Neil Baumklin fan 99. Question for you guys. What are your thoughts on this whole wokeness and grifters? Saying that everything is wokeness, especially with movies and TV shows, and that diversity and representation is the end. I think it's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like
the end of what?
Yeah,
the end of having just white people portrayed, like the end of just nobody else being shown. Like, what are we saying?
Yeah, this is insane. You know,
now don't get me wrong. I understand that sometimes you will have shows that overplay the hand.
Young Justice.
And I would say that, like Young Justice is actually a really good example where rather than just letting things happen, right? So let's compare Young Justice to Invincible, right? Invincible, the main character has a friend. The friend is LGBT, and it just is, right? The friend has a boyfriend. It's part of the storyline. Things happen. You move on. That's inclusion, right? But what Young Justice will do is actually take those things and have like an after school moment and do this whole PSA and try and preach to you about, hey, these are what pronouns are. And hey, and it's kind of like, yo, like, I need you to kind of treat us as if we can just understand subtext, right? Like, we don't have to have everything explained. And you could just have things be part of the story and we just learn. So, for example, even X-Men was always a theme about people that were discriminated against, right? So that could have been if you were black, for your race. It could have been for your sexuality. It could have been anything. But it wasn't something that was like constantly spelled out in a certain way. It was like, man, you're a mutant. And then we'd be like, man, discrimination sucks. Like, we said that. They didn't have to say that because we saw it. So if that's what you're talking about, then, or if that's what these other people are talking about, then yes, that's problematic. But simply having other people show up that exist, that have different worldviews or different orientations or genders, that's not a bad thing. That's literally looking outside the window at the world. Verisimilitude is what they call it.
Yeah. So where you at, Tony? Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. And what are you talking about? The character Halo was awful in the show. That's
I never finished it.
Oh God,
I never finished it.
They made the trans binary person an alien from like the mother and father box. Like, I mean, that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. If you're trying to include somebody, you make the non-binary people like aliens. Anyway, I just thought that was a brain dead decision. What are we talking about? Oh, so subscribe to Eman. Also, guys, if you would like an audio-only version of the show, buzzsprout.com. There's a link to it in the description. I am on all of these platforms right here that you see on the screen, as well as SoundCloud. So check me out there. Excuse me, for the audio-only version. Check out my Creed 3 review. Check out my Cocaine Bear review. And check out our Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania spoilers review part 1. Also, I have recorded my review for Tariq Nasheed's latest film, American Maroons. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll definitely have that finished editing by the end of next week, or by next Sunday at the latest. And again, guys, there will be no show next Sunday because it is the Oscars. I will be having my show the following Monday on the 13th, same time, 6 p.m. So it won't be Sunday at 6 p.m. because that's the Oscars. It'll be Monday the next day at 6 p.m. We're going to talk about all the winners, all the losers, and all that stuff. And I'm gonna have a number of the films, Oscar-nominated films reviewed. I did one last night with Lamont. I did 2 early today with One Take. I got another one later tonight with One Take, and I got some scheduled throughout. I got another one in the schedule with Tyra in the morning. So we're gonna have a lot of Oscar-nominated films for you guys to check out. Check out Whale. It was great. Anything else? I think we're good there. Help me reach 50K. And oh yeah, Elliot, we got Elliot right now is doing his watch party for The Last of Us, and so let's make sure we show him some love too. And I'm not going to be doing any more lives for The Last of Us. I'm gonna be concentrating on Bel Air and Snowfall season 6. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in, and Eman, again, thank you so much, bro, for popping in. I do appreciate it. This was a lovely surprise. But guys, again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you get on, forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Eman, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.